Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you all my expenses, my income, and we'll look at the gap, and we're also going to look at the change in my net worth from the month prior and also from last year. So let's take a look at the first column. We're going to look at expenses, and I had a lot of expenses this month, and it was because I did a move. I moved to my home. I built a home, very modest home, and I was renting before in a very expensive apartment, so I was getting killed in rent. So right off the bat, had some expenses for movers, buying some things for the house, things like that. And let's see some other big expenses. I'm not going to go over everything, but every month I have to pay for dependent expenses. I have a son at college, so I help out with that. And then another expense I had come up was I'm in a band, and I had I was lucky to have in my last band the guitarist singer had a drum set at the practice site I could just use. So I was down to one drum set, so I had to buy a new drum set, and I decided to do it in pieces. I didn't want to buy like an off-the-shelf kind of drum set. Bought a used one and some of the pieces, and you can see there's a couple charges here and here, and I still have to buy some hardware, but I had some hardware from a drum set that I have, but I want to have two complete kits, so that was another expense. Also upgraded my mattress. I think a good night's sleep is very important, so that was very expensive. Also had Dr. Bill left over from the month prior, and let's see here, this is the box springs for the mattress, and had some expensive pet food in there. So you see my expenses were pretty high for February, $66.8605. Then we'll go take a look at the income side, and I'm listing everything, even interest from savings accounts, checking accounts. You can see here like Capital One, just a little bit there. That's mostly where money comes in for my paychecks and money goes out to pay bills, and that's not like my real savings there. Looks like I sold something on Facebook Marketplace, $100 there. And then I had a bunch of money parked at Synchrony for the down payment of the home, and that's part of that right there. This is going to go down probably to about $300 going forward, but $552, that was pretty good for interest on savings. And then I own a lot of different dividend stocks, so a lot of this is dividends being paid. American Tower, General Mills, Verizon, PNC, those are all dividends. And then swag bucks, I do surveys in the mornings. I'll just drink my tea, get ready for the morning, and just do a couple surveys and make extra money that way. I'll leave a link below, and if you want to sign up with swag bucks, I highly recommend them if you want to make a few extra bucks on your own time. And some of the surveys are quite worth it. Lowe's, that's another dividend. Same with John Deere, same with American Express, Air Products. And then paycheck, this is net of taxes, withholding, and also 401k. And here's swag bucks. That was another payment for surveys. Realty Income, that's a monthly paying dividend. And Apple dividend, A.O. Smith, Procter & Gamble, AbbVie, Costco, same. Those are all dividends there. Even a penny, I'm tracking that. FNBO, that was my credit card is 2% cash back, and that was payment for that. Actually, just credit. It was just a credit to my bill. YouTube, I get very little YouTube income. I usually get about $30 a month, but hey, it's something. So this is probably about 3 months cumulative, and so that was payment for that. So you can see I do these videos more for just educational and not really paying many bills. And sold something else on Facebook Marketplace, another survey payment, Starbucks. This is a dividend payment. This is part of my deposit that was returned to me on the apartment. Another surveys, and then there's another piece. I had to argue with them. They thought I did damage, but I had listed that damage on the report when I moved in, so that was that credit. And my second paycheck for February more surveys, and then that's another dividend from BST, very large one. That's a monthly one, so that's a great one. So you can see my expenses compared to my income. You see I'm ahead on that. And so I kind of just did a summary of kind of like just kind of telling a story of what happened to me in February for my expenses, as well as also income. You know, I had the medical bill I talked about. There's no rent or mortgage in this. I kind of prepaid that in the down payment. So you don't see that as a line item expense, but that was paid in about $120,000 I put down in my home to get 40% equity on a very modest home, brand new. And credit card balances, I pay everything in full, 2% cash back. Again, that's what that $50 cash back was right there. And you can see there's no wireless bill. I pay that annually with Mint Mobile, and it's about $180 a year total. And so I'll leave a link below if you want to sign up with Mint. I highly recommend it. Great service. It's less than $20 a month when you add in all the fees. They say it's $15, but when you add in all the taxes, that's what it really is. It's still less than $20. Surveys paid me $75 for the month of February. Dividends paid me $622. And I went over that already. Had significant expenses for moving and furniture, so we're not going to see that next month. And I purchased a new to me drum set, and I sold $110 of items on Facebook Marketplace. So let's go over to the nifty pie chart. We can see kind of the expenses breakdown. Furniture really took most of that pie up. Miscellaneous, of course, with my son's expenses with college, but nothing really else that really stuck out. The medical bill I had, that kind of in there. I'm not expecting another medical bill in March, knock on wood, but here's the gap. So with all of my income compared to my expenses, I had a gap of $733.50. And then we'll go over the net worth here real quick. It's I have different brokerages. I have a Vanguard brokerage, I have an M1 brokerage, and T Rowe is my 401k, Synchrony is my savings, Capital One is where I house my checking and savings, kind of where I pay the bills, again, move money in and out of, so I don't hold a whole lot of money there. M1 taxable, this is where I do my videos. My dividend videos are based upon this line item here, and then home equity on my home. And we can see what the total is, $1,548,600. I just round everything to the nearest $100 at the end of the month, and that's what those totals are there. And so comparing the change from just 1 month, my net worth went up $51,300. And here's what's crazy is my net worth changed just from a year ago. I'm up $275,500. Now note that I am not a high earner. You can see that by my W-2 income, and there was no big hit on like I bought Nvidia and put everything into that. It wasn't that. I do own a tiny bit of Nvidia, like 4 shares, but it was really because of the index funds I'm invested in at Vanguard and M1, that when they go up by 10%, whatever, that really boosted my my net worth just over 1 year. Now I'm sure there's going to be some years where I'm going to be down in net worth. If the market takes a plunge and goes down 30-40%, that's what's going to happen, is my net worth is going to drop. But you can see though, just from this year, from last year, $275,500. That's insane. That's crazy. I'm not going to expect that year over year kind of gain, but we'll see though. Never know. But thanks for sticking to the end of this video. Please click the like button if you got value from this video, and also subscribe so you can see my dividend videos. Everyone have a great day, and everybody take care.